So apparently you guys found a lot of value in the last video. So many of you guys had mentioned how helpful it was. So in this video I thought I'll just double down on the same content and give you guys the next level of the same content that we had previously discussed. You know, when Warren Buffett was asked what is the one skill that every 20-year-old, every young adult should learn, his answer was communication. And that actually embarked my journey towards learning the art of communication. And from that point onwards, I actually started taking classes, going for webinars, read books, courses, blog posts, everything I could get my hands on. Some honorable mentions include the Art of Negotiation class by Chris Voss, Sales and Persuasion Masterclass by Daniel Pink, Behavior Economics by Rory Sutherland, and one book being How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, and countless Medium posts and all that. So what I'm trying to say is that I have tried my best to learn and explore this area as much as possible. And lastly, the one movie that showed me the power of communication was The Wolf of Wall Street. That one scene where he calls someone and sells them penny stocks, the way he persuades that person, I think that scene alone showed me how important communication was.
Okay, great. Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk, John. It is perhaps the best thing I've seen in the last 6 months. If you have 60 seconds, I'd like to share the idea with you. You got a minute? Name of the company, Aerotine International. It is a cutting-edge, high-tech firm out of the Midwest awaiting imminent patent approval on a next generation of radar detectors that have both huge military and civilian applications. Now, right now, John, the stock trades over the counter at 10 cents a share. And by the way, John, our analysts indicate it could go a heck of a lot higher than that. Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000.
Jesus, that's my mortgage, man.
Exactly, you could pay off your mortgage.
This stock will pay off my house.
John, one thing I can promise you, even in this market, is that I never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few. And in the case of Aerotine, based on every technical factor out there, John, we are looking at a grand slam home run.
Okay, let's do it. I'll do $4,000.
4,000, that'd be 40,000 shares, John. Let me lock in that trade right now and get back to you with my secretary with an exact confirmation. Sound good, John?
Yeah, sounds good.
Great. Hey, John, thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so the first point is that never argue. I think that the default action that we take in any conflict is to argue and prove the other person wrong. But the thing is, this is the worst thing that you could do. In reality, you will actually have never won an argument. Even if you technically proved the other person wrong, you have still emotionally hurt that person, which means that you have lost him. Even if you technically won the argument, you have still lost. And I think that we as doctors, we think that we definitely know it all. And I guess we do know it all. But the thing is, our natural response would be to argue and prove the other person wrong. I am here to say that the best way to win an argument is to avoid it in the first place. But instead, what should you do? You should ask questions. The beauty of asking questions is that it gives the illusion of importance to the other person. It gives them the illusion of control. And also, in a way, you're playing it safe because you have not uttered any statement. You have not given your point of view. You have just asked the other person for his or her point of view. And this way, the other person will feel acknowledged and the other person will feel accepted. So this leads to my next point, which is that when people summon their own reasons to do something, they are more likely to do it. Okay, I think this is one of those most fundamental parts of communication. The simplest way to persuade someone is to help them summon their own reasons for doing that. I'll give you guys a simple example to demonstrate this. Let's say you're just chilling in your room and you take a good look at your surroundings and you find that, okay, this place is dirty and this place needs some cleaning. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna clean this place. Next scenario, someone comes into your room and they're like, bro, this place is filthy. I think you should clean it right now. In the second scenario, our natural response is to defend ourselves. And what happens is we'll say, no, this is my room. I can do whatever I want. You get out of this place because this is my room. And you end up not cleaning the room. Now let's talk about the third scenario, which is the ideal one. If you want someone to clean their room, you would come in and you would talk about anything except the fact that the room is dirty. And towards the end, you will ask the question, brother, do you want any help? Subtly, ever so subtly, you would ask the question that, bro, do you want any help? I think it's an easy clean, or if you can just do it in 5 minutes, let me know if you want me to help you clean this room. By asking a question, Two things have happened. Firstly, you have indirectly said that this room is dirty, and secondly, you have also indirectly mentioned that this is such a silly task and you could just finish in 5 minutes. And then our response in the third scenario would be, no problem, I will just do it. I don't need your help, I'll just do it myself. The next point is that agree that you might be wrong. Let's imagine a situation where one person is just bashing you. He's just trying to prove you wrong. In that situation, the way to neutralize this is to simply accept the possibility that you might be wrong. It catches the other person off guard. Accept that you might be wrong and then tell the other person that, okay, now let's examine the facts. Let's see whether I was wrong or not. And when they check the evidence, and the evidence would speak for itself because you have done the right thing. So in a way, this other person was trying to prove you wrong. You said that, okay, maybe I am wrong. And you examined the facts. And then the evidence was that, okay, you are right. And in turn, you just proved him that he was wrong. Just by accepting the fact that you might be wrong, you have essentially won the situation. So to summarize the video, the first point is that never argue, because essentially by arguing, you are losing the person. The best way to win an argument is to avoid the argument in the first place. Now the second point is that instead of arguing, you should rather ask questions, because by asking questions, you will give the other person the illusion of control, and you'll also make the other person feel accepted and acknowledged. The third point, and which is one of the most fundamental aspects of communication, is that when people summon their own reasons to do something, they will be more likely to do it. And the fourth point is that simply to agree the possibility that you might be wrong. When you do that, you will essentially neutralize the opposition and you can actually check or examine the facts. And by doing so, you will understand that you were right in the first place and you would have won the situation. So these are the 4 points that I think that you guys will find helpful and will make you a better communicator. If you enjoyed this video, please do give this video a like so that I will know that this video was indeed helpful for you guys. And also, this video will be shown to other people who might also find it helpful. And secondly, please do consider subscribing if you do like similar content. And lastly, I will see you in the next one. Peace.